Hi Taurus, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So this is going to serve for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Taurus. I'm actually going to have a special card set up for each of the different portions of Taurus. So there's going to be a special card for sun, the moon, and the rising sign. We're going to do a couple. We're going to do the black moon astrology. We're also going to do a starseed oracle to sit on each one of those. But for all sun, moon, and rising sign of Taurus from the 27th to the 3rd, we're going to go ahead and lay your cards down first, and then I'm going to pull your sacred geometry card here to see what we can do to link them all together, okay? And then we'll, of course, use the White Sage Tarot deck to clarify what needs to be clarified and any other oracles that they ask me to use, okay? All right, Taurus, hopefully everything has been going well for you. You've got your, kind of got your sister in the mode here, Libra in the mode. But we still have a lot of Cancer energy that's going to transfer for the remainder of this week, and then it's going to shift into the sign of Leo by the weekend. So let's see what we have for you, talking moon sign, okay? Taurus, sun, moon, and rising from the 27th to the 3rd. Hello! Hopefully you're going to be able to resonate with everything that I have here, Taurus, but in case you do not, make sure that you're taking a look at your sun, your moon, and your individual rising sign, okay, for all the information that you may need to have. I am taking bookings if you're looking for a personal one-to-one reading, so make sure that you look in the description box below for any of that, as well as my other contact information. Wow. So far, it looks good. I see a lot of relationships going on for people here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you want this one to come out as well. Thank you. Got it. Okay, my friends. So, Taurus, this is all about relationships. Doesn't matter if it's your sun, your moon, or your rising. This is about relationships for this week, for sure. You have one card that wanted to try to present in the reverse position, and it's Taurus. It's the Hierophant. So give me a hot minute here to go through this. And while I'm reviewing this content, I will pull out the sacred geometry card, okay? This is all about partnerships coming together, getting through some clarity. Taurus, sun, moon, and right. Thank you. Connection of relationships to self and others, 639 hertz. Well, we are Johnny on it today, my friends. Okay. What is going on with our Taurus? Well, let's see. On Monday, during Mercury retrograde, you would have had the Two of Swords energy, which is titled mental conflict here, but really what this is involving is maybe not having enough information about something, which is creating the conflict, right? So maybe you didn't have enough information about something that was going on. It could be for lots of different reasons, but a little bit of mental conflict. We will clarify, okay? And today's energy, though, is we have the fulfillment of wishes, which is the Nine of Cups energy, feeling comfortable, having enough, and you know what I feel though is what's happening for you, Taurus, is that there's this expansive energy of wanting to get to the next level, which is of course why we have the next day, Wednesday's energy is this Ace of Cups energy. So trying to go from the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, and that's what the universe is trying to give to you within a couple of days here, having all of the happy feels when it comes towards relationships. So the Ace of Cups is a restoration of body, mind, and spirit. All of this big cup of love pouring all into you. And of course, it's going to go exactly where it's needed. So we have the Lover's card that shows up here. Thursday's energy is Lover's energy, Gemini energy. This card is titled Harmony, but this is the Lovers, okay? Talks about making positive choices when it comes to choices, usually the right decision being made if you're choosing to do something with someone specifically. But it's a gorgeous energy of harmony and bringing things together. When we get to the energy of Friday, we have the Seven of Wands energy. Now here it's called Stand Your Ground. And, you know, the Seven of Wands is defending a position. It's defending yourself. It's about standing in front of the fray. It's like, I've made a decision. I'm standing strong. I'm moving forward. And these ankle-biting bedwetters down here cannot touch whatever it is I've got going on. So this is a defensive position, but it's a good stance. It's a good stance to be in, because it really means that your momentum for moving forward is feeling pretty justified. Now, we do have Taurus, Major Arcana. It presented itself a little bit in the reverse position. This deck technically is not meant to be read in the reverse, but I'm going to put a little bit of extra emphasis on the energy that we have here for Saturday. We have the Hierophant, and of course you guys know the Hierophant means several different things. It can mean marriage for people, because the original name for the Hierophant was the Pope. It can mean marriage for people, and so let's break down mariage. Let's break down marriage into a coming together of two like-minded beings, souls, for the purposes of whatever that might be. It doesn't always have to be physical marriage, but it does mean that there is a coming together. Hierarchy having to do with contemporary type of values usually. It can sometimes mean in the reverse position that there is a non-contemporary type of a relationship or coming together of like-minded individuals, and that's not necessarily anything wrong with that. I'm just reading it both ways so that you can understand the varying types of the situation that's here. But it very often means higher level of education, appreciation, understanding of what's going on in a particular situation. And in this card, it is titled Wisdom, meaning that you have graduated to the next level of whatever the situation may have been or will be for you. Learning lessons. Did we learn the lesson? Did we get everything that we needed out of this? Are we ready to graduate towards the next level? Whatever that happens to be for you can also very much be very highly indicative of education for people as well. I'm just covering all the bases because, again, I originally wanted to present in the reverse position. The only other thing that I could say is, Taurus, that you might be feeling a little bit scattered potentially when it comes to one of those different things that I just mentioned, okay? But we're going to keep it in the upright for the remainder of the reading. But we do have two cards that show up on Sunday. We have, and it showed up sideways, is the Seven of Swords. Now, you guys, I've talked about this 1,001 ways, but in this particular deck, it's called Deception and Envy. But it showed up sideways. So what I feel is that some of you are receiving the information that maybe you didn't have before. Okay, that mental conflict that was coming forward. And specifically because we've got the Eight of Rods, accelerated motion. Very, very quickly are you uncovering the detail that you needed to find out about. But let's go back to the Seven of Swords energy. I did already share with you that the Seven of Wands is very protective energy, being, standing above the different type of a situation, like being able to manage and monitor the different details and activity that's going on around you. But so in, for me, is always the Seven of Swords. It is highly protective information. And because something is being guarded so very tightly, it can sometimes come off as deception to other people because you're just not sharing all the different details that you normally may. So for me, what I get out of this without pulling any other cards is that someone out there is really considering perhaps popping the question, moving in with somebody, and just not necessarily sharing the rest of the details with anybody else. I do feel that someone might feel that the choice that you're making is maybe not the right choice, which is where that Seven of Swords would come in, but you're kind of like, F it, I'm doing it anyway. So that's what I have as initial details that are coming through. So I'm going to pull Sun, Moon, and Rising individual for Taurus really, really quickly, and then we'll cover those at the end of the reading here, okay? Taurus Sun. Taurus Sun, please. Ooh, thank you so much. Taurus Rising. Taurus Rising, please. There's more than one. I can feel it. There. Well, okay. I get it. Taurus Moon. Ooh. All or just the one? Two. Thank you. You got 2. All right. I knew that there was multiples that were in there. Fair enough. We'll go into these to tie these up for you at the end of the reading. Okay. Taurus, let's get down to the nubs. First, they say take a numerology card. Okay, let's do that. Numerology for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, super fantastico. Teaching and learning. Teaching and learning. So, however you regard this reading, whether your sun, your moon, or your rising, okay, this is all about teaching and learning. So teaching for yourself could be that you're sharing content with somebody else. You're explaining something to them. But you definitely are supposed to be learning something out of the exchange of energy that's happening here within this particular situation, okay? So I feel it's right on time. Now, let's pull out the special minis. We're going to pull the minis out. Let's figure out what's going on Monday, or what potentially could have been happening on Monday besides it being Mercury retrograde and affecting people's communication. Mental conflict, okay? What we have going on for Taurus on that Monday? Ooh, Justice in the reverse position. Could be dealing with the Libra. Death in the upright position. Scorpio energy. All majors. Whoa, I'm not taking the whole deck, you guys. I mean, I could, but that'd be like we'd be here all year. Come on, Taurus. Outcome. All right, you got a whole lot of bunch. They really want to talk here. So we have the 8 of Wands, which is what you get towards the end of the week here. We have the 10 of Wands, the ending of a burden. And we have the King of Wands in the reverse position. And we have the 4 of Swords in the upright position. Okay, my friends. We got a whole storyline going on here. Give me a minute. Whatever the conflict was that was in your thought process, even if it was in your subconscious mind, I really feel the subconscious mind comes into this because you are trying to, and I'm just going to do this, mental conflict, that's where you're at, that's the primary energy. I'm going to move these little tinies over to the side here because this is what you need to know, past, current, and future energy. In the past, you were feeling as that something was completely unjustified, which is what you've been spending your time on. That's the thought process. It could be work, it could be people, it could be love, okay? The Scorpio energy that's up here, this death card is death to the old to bring in the new. And in the future, we have a lot of communication that's going to be showing up, that 8 of rods that's going to be showing up here. What you did get was you got clarifiers on the clarifiers. You're letting something go. You've made a decision in the past that you want to let something go with this 10 of rods. You're at the end of letting something go. You're at that point where you're making the decision about what that might be for you. Some of you, you're going to be letting go and you're starting to think about letting go of a job. The King of Wands in the reverse position under the death is explaining to me that some of you are really contemplating, really pushing hard to make this job change for yourself. You do you. Under the 8 of Rods energy, what we have is the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords energy is kind of like rest after battle. It is going in, it's receiving information from spirit, it's kind of getting your thought process together a little bit. And so that very much explains to me kind of like what it is that you want to be able to do. There's definitely a change that you are trying to make and you're weighing the energies out. So I all about that for you, Taurus. Therefore, when we get in today's energy, it looks like you might have gotten to the point where you're considering a decision very, very strongly. We got the 9 of Cups. Having all the things that you want, being satiated, being happy. What does that mean for you? What is it that you're calling into yourself, Taurus? Let's go ahead and move into that. Wanted to be that one. Ooh, Capricorn energy, the Devil, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, merciful Jesus. Okay, hold on. Sorry. No offense to anybody, but the universe, really? Do you want me to take all of these cards? No, shuffle, thank you. I mean, it is a good story, but I want to be thorough. I don't ever want to This isn't about me. This is about the energies coming through. Okay, so in the past position here with this Nine of Cups, we have the major arcana of Capricorn, the devil energy that's here. The current position that you're in with this is the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. So what's the future outcome? There we go. Okay, and we've got the Sun in the reverse position. Let me explain to you, Lucy, why that's good. What this means is that you are considering what it's going to take for you to release yourself from the energies that are affecting your thought process about moving forward. So if you've got money on the mind, something tangible, touchable that you want, okay, you are going to get out of it. Now, the Sun in the reverse position is still a good card. It just means that you're burnt out on whatever it is that you're doing from the past. So you're putting emphasis on what this Capricorn energy, is Capricornian a word? Anyway, you're putting emphasis on what that is and moving it out of your thought process, if you will. Okay, so that's what's going on here. And that's what's leading you towards this fulfillment of wishes. I'm happy with what I've got. This is the blessing card. This is the appreciation, the gratitude card, attitude of gratitude. You are going to get what you want. I'm telling you, you're going to get what you want. Wednesday, we have the Ace of Cups. Complete restoration. Okay. Body, mind, spirit, whatever it needs, whatever you need for this cup to do, that's what it's going to do for you. But it is titled Love Begins here. New cup of love. So perhaps you let yourself go from some bingo hopper from the past. You got the Two of Wands. Yep, you've definitely made a decision in the past. Two of Wands in reverse. You made a choice about something. Ace of Cups on the Ace of Cups. Anything else? Ten of Pentacles. Pretty much what I thought. So basically you have put a lot of thought into who or what you were letting go, okay, in order to get to your fulfillment of wishes here. And once you spent a little bit of time on that, the universe coming in to help restore you, it's basically saying, yeah, you've made a choice. In order for this love to begin, and I have to be able to say that love can also be love for yourself. That's why I say body, mind, spirit. You can't give shit to anybody else unless you're whole yourself, and you know this. So you have the Two of Wands in the reverse, choice being made. You're choosing you and your happiness. You're choosing you and your happiness. Ten of Pentacles, all the things that you want. Independence, and enough to be able to carry you forward, moving forward. And that's the love beginning in here, though, with independence is one. And let's just say independent spirit. I'll put it that way because some of you are definitely, there's a contemplation of marriage of some way, shape, fashion, or form for some of you. So let's just break it down. Let's just get right on into Thursday with this Lover's card that's showing up here. So the Lover's card definitely means the right choice being made if you made one. It also indicates that you can be dealing with a lover, domestic partner. It doesn't always have to be. It can also be business partner, side hustle, side gigs, whatever that happens to be for you. But let's jump into this Harmony card here for Taurus. All right, show me the past, current, and future. Thank you. Taurus with this Gemini lovers. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, we have the Five of Cups in the past. We have the Eight of Cups in the present, but it's in the reverse position. And we've got the Five of Wands upright. Okay, so what I feel is very specifically with this Gemini energy, okay, if you're not dealing with the Gemini, you got the Five of Cups. So there was some hurt feelings going on in the past. Five of Cups is having those three spilt cups in the background with the accessibility of the two cups that are still upright. So it does indicate that there was something that was very, very uncomfortable with some sort of a union in the past. Very hurtful, regret, apologetic. Just, yeah, something was not really right with that whole situation. Now, with the Eight of Cups in the reverse position, this is Mercury retrograde fucking with people right now. Excuse my French. Making you kind of go backwards to reconsider something. So with the Eight of Cups being in the reverse position, it's like if it was upright, you've been long gone. Okay? But with it being in the reverse position, it means that you're reconsidering something. You gotta do what you gotta do. Maybe it's because you owe somebody an apology. We've got the Five of rods in the upright position. So this is letting go of obstacles and challenges. This is getting past those obstacles and challenges, and potentially may have had something to do with a partner from your past. Okay, now let's move forward towards this Friday energy with the 7 of rods in the upright position for our Taurus. Standing your ground. Page of Cups in the reverse position. Yeah. There's a couple of cards that want to pop out here, so we are going to honor that. Yeah, there's a huge story here. Okay. All right, how do you want me to do this? Okay. Yeah, some of you are considering getting back with the ex during this retrograde. You do you. What we have is the Page of Cups in the reverse position, indicating an old cup of love or partner or this new emotional experience that didn't show up in the past. Now your heart is open with the 4 of Pentacles. You're open to taking a look at this person in a different way. The Sagittarius energy that shows up here, Temperance, is trying to balance out the particular situation. And I really feel that for some of you, you could be potentially missing, how do I want to say this so that it's not... Some of you, I think, just really need to be careful with this Moon card that shows up. It is a card of illusion, and I very rarely say that, but the mixture that I'm getting here is that it's possible that this person from the past, if you're considering them, would have been coming back and would have had a lot of illusionary type of different things. Not to get super negative about it, but it is very emotional, this card, when it shows up, the Moon card showing up. It's going to be a very emotional type of a situation, and this is going to be all about loyalty, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay, keep that keyword in mind. And to pop it off, we have the Judgment card. So at the end of the day, the universe is saying, do what feels right to you. Okay, right? Do what feels right to you. You are ultimately the one that has to walk your talk. But that explains to me why you're in the reverse position. So this is not going to be for everyone. Some of you are going to know exactly what it is that you're going to do with this Judgment card, and you are going to make the appropriate judgment for what it is that you need to move forward. Some of you are kind of waffling a little bit, which could potentially spill into Saturday's energy. But let's see what else we have here for Taurus. Woo! 5 of Swords. In the past, there was a lot of arguing, fighting. The Empress, Venus showing up here to try to support you, Taurus. Okay, Mama's coming home to roost. Let's see the Empress card. Manifesting what it is that you're calling into yourself. Where'd it go? 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position. So whatever it is that you're calling into yourself, Taurus, if you are trying to reconcile with this individual, it does indicate that potentially in the past there was a lot of unkind words, a lot of fighting, The Empress came in to help support this new manifestation. What it is that you want wants you. But, the Empress is like, hey, we don't chase people. We allow situations to show up in our lives when they're supposed to. But what I do like about it is that if you are going through this particular scenario of weighing pros and cons or that type of a thing, by the end of it, you are in the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position, which means you have come out of anything that you may have felt was holding you back. Any negative energies are trying to be released. So I do like that energy. So let's get down to this dual energy that we have on Sunday here. Okay, we got the 7 of Swords, Deception and Envy, with this 8 of Rods energy. Okay, that showed up here. I feel tying back to this decision that you're trying to make here from this past Monday. Multiple things going on here, Taurus. Ace of Wands in reverse. No passion. Lack of passion. 10 of Swords in the upright. Letting it go completely. And then you've got the Ace of Swords, Clarity. Clarity shows up, and then you have the 9 of Pentacles that shows up in the reverse position. Okay. So there is this challenging bit that shows up with your independence. And then we have the King of Pentacles that's in the reverse position. This is indicating you. So let me do it like this. So the Ace of Swords in the reverse position and the, Ace of Wands in the reverse position and the Ten of Swords is telling me, as it relates towards this deception and envy, or this thought process about something maybe not quite. I mean, again, we talked about loyalty. The Ace of Rods in the reverse position is there's no passion, and there's a timing issue that was definitely showing up here. The Ten of Swords upright means you're basically done. It's done. Whatever the situation was, you're like done, okay? With the Ace of Rods, we have the clarity that's coming towards you on this weekend with regards to your independence alone. So we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Ace of Swords showing up, helping you to cut through the fog of what that could be that has been holding you back, making you maybe feel a little codependent. Because remember, we talked about this here. That's exactly what the devil energy is. The devil energy is, why are you holding yourself to something that may not be meaningful for you? Although it's prior past energy, it's still showing up here. So the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Rods, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. You've got all the aces that are actually sitting here, which means this is a huge opportunity for you to turn something around for yourself. The clarity is here, okay? The clarity is here. But yeah, so this information that's going to be coming towards you is going to really be providing you with the clarity that you need to support your independence, or your thought process about what that independence might mean for you or the situation. Again, this whole reading is about relationships to yourself and others, okay? So you got to do what you got to do for you. Now let's go ahead and talk about and because that's what's showing up here, okay? The King of Pentacles in the reverse position for you on that Sunday is you, Taurus. And I do feel that you might still be a little bit scattered. What I do feel is that you should probably spend a little bit of time hanging out with yourself this weekend as much as you possibly can. And I have to say that if it's a work situation or even a romantic situation, just think about it. If it's really bothering you to be thinking about a position and where you're in it and it's not for you, I would be all in about contemplating rolling out. This whole week is just about you experiencing and feeling, going through the feelings of it so that you can be free of that decision, free and clear. On the other hand, some of you are contemplating going back to an old individual, an old situation, and that might be the right decision for you as well. It's got to be what is in your heart. Now, if you're a Taurus sun, Mercury is forcing you this week to be within your mind and within your thoughts, okay? And I like that because it pretty much ties up what I just said. If you are a Taurus rising, you are going to do this Leo energy, I will, okay? Potentially Leo is playing a heavy part in your chart, but I did tell you that the Leo moon is coming into play, and that's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this weekend energy, your willpower being all up involved in this particular situation, okay? If you're a Taurus moon, you got two cards, okay? The first thing that you see is Sagittarius energy. I'm aware of Sage energy. You're aware of all the different things that are going on. So the Sagittarius energy that's there, I see. And you also have Venus, I love. So regardless, you are being asked this week, Taurus, to really put a lot of thought and effort into kind of where it is that you're at. There's no rush. You are going to want to make the decision that's right for you. So you should spend as much time as you feel you need on whatever it's, whether it's work or romance, because those are the big things in our lives, right? But regardless of what it is, they are talking to you about these being teachable, learnable moments this particular week, okay? Reconnection of relationships to self and others. Okay, let me go into the Starseed Oracle, and we're going to put the Starseed Oracle on top of each of the signs here. Okay, Can I get a card for Taurus Sun, please? Oh, that was super fast. Thank you. Taurus Rising, please. Woohoo. Thank you. Damn. And Taurus Moon, please. Thank you. Each of you guys has 2 cards. I think that's awesome. Okay. Taurus Sun. Here we go. Starseed. Okay. You have a double mission. You are a light worker and a starseed, so you got to serve the world by being you, and that means contemplating the things that are no longer for you so that you can put more effort towards you being in your mission. Okay. The other card that pops up is baby steps. So a lot of this activity was regarding your mental thought process. Follow your intuition and the intuitive impulses that you're getting before it could potentially be making sense. Again, Mercury is asking you to be in your mind, okay? If you are a Taurus rising or ascendant, however you learned the terminology, and we're talking about Leo energy, we're talking about being in your will, okay? We have 2 cards. Karmic relationships, which is talking about Orion energy, starseed, okay? Polarity, soul growth, and conflict. That's why you're going through this relationship setup. They want you to know that this has a lot to do with karmic relationships, karma, reasons, seasons, and lifetimes, okay? The other card that we get is surrender. Surrender, holding the opposite and the extremes of life. Fall into my arms. The universe is saying, own the energy that you're putting forth at this particular moment, okay? Okay? And if you're a Taurus moon and you had 2 cards, I see and Venus love, Sagittarius and Venus energy showing up here. Your 2 cards are I Remember, which is about soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. This is a free will planet. You can make whatever choice you want, okay? And you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, okay? And face your true north. All right. So, hopefully you guys were able to get a lot out of that reading. I really feel I get this all in for the different variations of what Taurus was supposed to have here. I'm going to go in really quickly with a Kuan Yin Oracle to wrap this up for you. I really feel that Leo is playing a big role. I really do feel in that, and that's going to be for everyone. Leo's playing a big role in this because it's about your strength, it's about your self-expression, it's about that heart chakra, okay? Whether it's work or relationship, okay? All right, let's see what Kuan Yin has for all of our Taurus sun, moon, and rising signs here. Woohoo! Thank you. Okay. You guys got 3 cards. So how do you want me to? Sun, moon, and rising. Got it. Okay, you have 3 cards. Libra sun. You have Daughter of the Phoenix. When the soul is ready to spread its wings, it goes through a deep cleansing, a preparation for the new. Like the phoenix that is baptized through celestial fire to be born anew, you are going through such a phase of heavenly purification, preparation, and initiation. Soon after, you will enjoy greater spiritual peace, divine power, and advancement on your divine life path. Ascendant sign, rising sign, Taurus, you have the turquoise lotus mother. An old pattern is finally ending. You are to be lifted from your struggle, freed from a weight of the past. You have learned all that you needed to learn, and now it is time for relief, release, divine protection, and the happiness of a healed heart and a peaceful soul. Taurus moon. You have Reveal the Peacock Beauty. The peacock is stunning and graceful and proud display. You too are a great beauty. Within you resides the glorious being of light with an ability to create. Your intentions, decisions, and particularly your words are becoming more powerful. Enjoy wise use of your creative power to express the beauty within you, asking for divine blessing upon your plans, projects, and words. Bam. What? All right, Taurus. If you were able to resonate with this particular reading, I ask that you give me a like. Helps the algorithm so other people can find me. You can share this out. Feel free to comment below. And again, if you go into the description box, you'll be able to find my contact information for personal conversation and or booking in with me. So many, many, many blessings, Taurus. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.